Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Life Coaching by Morella. I'm Morella. I'm a life coach, I'm a mom, hence why I'm called the Life Coach Mom. And I'm continuing my 30-day series on connecting with your family through family fun questions. I'm using this book as inspiration, 365 Connecting Questions for Families. And I'm simply going through it. Today is day 21. I will read the question, answer the question, offer you some feedback, but then I want to go deeper. I want to leave you with lots of encouragement and love and some life coaching tips along the way. So let's get started. Today's question is, would you rather go to outer space or to the bottom of the ocean? And what do you think you would find there? I know my answer, neither. Those two places scare me. I have a fear of heights, of water, of dark spaces, so no thank you. This does not seem like a whole lot of fun to me. And I know you're probably thinking you are taking it way too literally. And yes, I admit it has sucked the joy right out of this question. I went into fear mode. Don't do what I did. Don't overthink this question. Enjoy answering this question in its proper form with your kids. Engage their imagination. What is life like? What do you think you would find at the bottom of the sea or up away in the galaxies? It's interesting to think about. It's kind of Twilight Zone-ish. And now it's your turn, moms. Here's what I want to address with you. It's this idea of FOMO, fear of missing out. So when I first read this question and I was presented, or we're presented with these two options, I thought to myself, how many times are we at a crossroads where we have to make a decision? Are we going to do A or are we going to do B? We make the decision, and then all the while in the back of our minds, maybe what's nagging at us is this fear of missing out. Because simply by choosing A, by saying yes to A, you're saying no to B. I'm wondering how much you are entertaining what you're missing out on. FOMO is a real thing. It's this idea that we have that life is better somewhere else. Life is funner doing something else, that by doing this, we're missing out on doing that. We feel like everything that everybody else is doing seems more exciting, seems like it's more interesting, and that we're simply missing out on something big. You know what plays a big role in that? Social media. So today I'm talking about FOMO and how we can shake that feeling. First is you have to identify your triggers, specifically on social media. There's no shortage of pictures of people having fun and doing all sorts of things that you're not doing. But here's what you have to remember, that you're comparing your ordinary, seemingly dull moment to somebody else's highlight reel. So of course you're going to be left with the feeling like everybody else is having so much fun and that your life is boring and it's static, and maybe you feel sort of sad and sort of stuck. The more that we compare our ordinary, seemingly dull moments to what we're seeing on social media, the less satisfied and the less happy that we're going to feel. These are all distractions. They're distracting your mind and your well-being into a downward spiral, pulling you away from the here and now. And the ordinary, I think we've lost this appreciation for ordinary moments because we feel like everything has to be extraordinary. Number two is to shift your focus, and you can do this at any time. Because where your attention goes, your focus grows. So if you are constantly thinking of what you are lacking, what you are missing out on, then you are lacking. You are lacking being present in this moment. You're neither here nor you're there. Don't focus on what you lack. Focus on what you have. Be reminded that you have everything that you need to live a happy life. A gratitude journal is a great way to start. Practice with the simple and the obvious things. When I get into my car, I think to myself, boy, am I grateful that I have this car. Driving this car means that I don't have to walk places. Driving this car means that I can be efficient with my time, that I could do more, and I'm better and faster at getting my errands done. The next thing that's going to help you curb your FOMO is to establish deep and meaningful connections with people. And I'm talking about real face-to-face time, face-to-face interaction. Social media doesn't count. We are social beings. We are meant to be with each other, connected to each other, having meaningful conversation, growing together, doing life together. And so by coming together and actively doing things, hanging out with each other, this could help curb a little bit of what you think you're missing out on, because you are now actively engaging in something that is meaningful. The fourth thing that's going to help you curb FOMO is to validate your ordinary moments. Take a more private approach and appreciate your day-to-day, the simple things. It doesn't need to be posted on social media. You don't need public approval. You don't need anybody else's validation that your life is meaningful. So take a more private approach. Journal your fun moments. Capture your own pictures, scrapbook. It's okay to keep those things private or to share them with the most intimate of friends. The fifth thing that's going to help you curb your FOMO is to ground yourself in what's true and what's real. And what's true and what's real is this moment in front of you, not the romanticized version of the thing that you're imagining yourself missing out on. It's the here and now. This moment matters. This is the moment that you are alive and you are breathing. So use your senses in this moment. Remind yourself, like, what am I seeing right now? If you're outside and you're in nature, what am I seeing that's beautiful, that gives me life? What is it that you're hearing? What is it that you're feeling? What can you taste? What can you smell? I think engaging our senses is a great way to ground yourself in this moment and understand that you matter. Your choices here and now matter, and you are influencing those around you. You are making an impact. So who you're being in this moment is the most important thing that you could be focusing on. And that's what I want to leave you with, to make the most of today, make the most of this moment, because every moment is passing us by. And one day you may be looking back on today thinking, I should have made the most of that time. Now it's your turn. What would you rather do? Would you rather go to outer space or to the bottom of the ocean? I'd love to hear from you, and I will connect with you tomorrow.